Peace be upon you. Today we're going to talk about our level. Today we're going to talk about critical part, which is reviewing number concepts. The first part, which is to dealing with different types of numbers, which is today or right now we're going to treat with like natural numbers, an odd number, an even number, and etc. First of all, natural numbers consist of what? Consist of numbers starting from 1 till infinity, and 0 not included, as you noticed. The second set, which is odd number, and the definition for this set, which is a whole number that cannot be divided exactly by 2, such as number like 1 and 3 and 5 and 7. We cannot divide them over 2. About even number, a whole number that can be divided exactly by 2, such as 2 and 4 and 6 and 8, etc. These numbers are divisible by 2. Then these numbers like 2 and 4 and 6 and 8 and 10, etc., which is an even numbers. What about integer? Integer set consists of negative numbers and 0 and positive numbers. Then consists of negative and 0 and positive numbers. What about prime number? Prime number, which is a whole number greater than 1, should be greater than 1, and has only 2 factors. 2 factors means what? Means the number and 1. And we can say in another definition, the prime numbers are numbers divisible by itself and 1 only. Like, for example, 9 has how many factors? Like 1 by 9 and 3 by 3, which has 3 numbers or 3 factors. Then 9 not a prime value. The prime numbers should consist of, like, should be valid for this rule or this condition, which is only 2 factors, the number itself and 1, such as 2 and then 3, then 5 and 7 and 11 and then 13, and you can fill the next 2 blanks or 2 spaces. What about square number? Square number, when you multiply, which is when you multiply the number by itself, this is the result or the product obtained should be the square number, such as 1 and 4 and 9 and 16. These are square numbers, such as 25, and then 6 by 6 equals 36. Then 1 squared and 2 squared and 3 squared will generate the square numbers. Anything square will generate a square number, such as, for example, 100 squared or 10 squared becomes 100. Then 100 is a square number, and 36 is a square number, and 25, etc. What about the fractions? The fractions, in this definition, he said, a number representing a part of a whole number. Then, as you know that before, the fractions relating one value to another. If you have like a circle or piece of pizza, like fourth, then this part represented one part out of how many parts should be 4 parts. Then this is the fraction. And he said what? He said we can form of a over b, or as a decimal using a decimal point, you can convert it. Instead of 1 over 4, it becomes 0.25. Then these are decimal number. Okay, let's move further and talking about multiples and factors. First of all, we're gonna talk about multiples. What's the meaning of multiple? What is the concept behind multiple? Multiple of a number is found when you multiply the number by a positive integer, like a number such as 2 by positive integer such as 3 will generate a multiple, which is 6. Then 6 is a multiple of 2. And by the way, 6 is a multiple of 3, because when you repeat 2 3 times, like 2 and then 2 and then 2, will lead us to 6. Same procedure, when you repeat 3 twice, you're going to find 6. Then 2 and 3 are, 6 is a multiple for 2 and 3. Then he said the first multiple of any number is the number itself, like the number multiplied by 1, such as the multiples of 2 should be 2, then 4, then 6, then 8, etc. And that's remind us by the timetable, which is 2 by 1 equals 2. and then 2 by 2 equals 4, and then 2 by 3 equals 6, and then 2 by 4 equals 8. The multiples for 2 becomes 2, which is the number itself, and then 4, then 6, then 8, etc. And these two values to generate a multiples, we're gonna call it a factors. These are factors of 8, these are factors of 6, these are factors for 4, and so on. Then let's treat with the example. This is the first example right now. We're gonna deal with that. He said, what is the first, or what are the first 3 multiples of 12? Multiples of 12, okay. The first, which is 12, and after that 12 by 2 becomes 24, and after that 12 by 3, then 12 by 3 becomes 36. These are the first 3 multiples of 12. And after that, if you're gonna talk about, he asked you, is 300 a multiple of 12? This is a critical question. Is 300 a multiple of 12? Okay, let's see. Then 300 divided by 12 becomes 25. Then 12 by 25 becomes 300. Then 300, yes, it is. Okay, then 300, a multiple of 12. And this is completely right. Here, we're gonna deal with another question. He said, find the lowest common multiple of 4 and 7. Then you're gonna find the multiples of 4 and then the multiples of 7. After that, finding the common multiples. Let's see. 4 by 2 becomes 8. 4 by 3 becomes 12. And 4 by 4, 16. 4 by 5, 20. And after that, 4 by 6, 24. And after that, 28. After that, let's see what's after 28, which is 4 by 7, 28, and 4 by 8 equals 32. 4 by 9 equals 36. Same for 7, then 14, then 7 by 3 becomes 21, 7 by 4 becomes 28. Yes, we found like 28 and 28. And these two numbers are the lowest common multiple. Then the lowest common multiple for 4 and 7 should be, as a result, 28. That's it. Okay, let's deal with the factors concept. The factor is a number that divides exactly into another number with no remainder. For example, 2 is a factor of 16 because it goes into 16 exactly 8 times. As we said before, then 16 has like specific factors, such as 1 by 16. These two values are factors of 16, and then 2 by 8, and 2 by 8, 2 by 8 equals 16, and 1, what by what? 4 by 4, yes, 4 by 4, then we're gonna put it just only once. Let's see this question. This question is a critical one, and he said, find the factors of 12 and 25 and 110. I'll do the first and the second, you're gonna do the third. Then A, here we have 12, the factors are 1 by 12, and then 2 by 6, and then 3 times 4. These are the factors of 12. What about B? B, we need to find the factors of 25. Then the factors of 25, which should be 1 and 25. After that, 5 by 5, I think. Yes, 5 by 5. Any other factors? No. Then these are the factors of 25. Now we're going to treat with a new concept, which is highest common factor. Highest common factor, which is the factors of 2 or more numbers, that highest number that is a factor of all the given numbers. This is not I think it's not a clear definition. Then let's treat directly with the example. To find the highest common factor of 8 and 24, first of all, you're going to generate the factors for 8 and 24. And after that, you're going to mention the common factors, and after that, you're going to mention the highest common factor. Like the factors of 8, then the factors of 8 should be 1 by 8, and after that, 2 by 4, and that's it, right? What about the highest common factor of 24? 1 by 24, and then 2 by 12, and then 3 by 8, and then 4 by 6. Then after that, we're going to mention the common factors 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 4 and 4, 8 and 8. Okay, what about the highest number from these common factors? Should be 8, right? Then the highest common factor should be 8. Now it's your turn to checking your understanding. Like, these are bunch of questions, exam style questions. Please do them and send the solutions through WhatsApp. It's my pleasure to correct your questions. Thank you. By the way, my name is Mr. Ayman Arif, and this is my WhatsApp number here. Okay, to send me your results. Thank you and best of luck.